Hello gamers, this is Sai and welcome back to Which Way Games. Now how far would you go to defy the gods? And with that being said, let's get on with the video. A few weeks ago, I allowed the cartoon guy his very own video on the fantastic Thundercats, and due to high demand, I think it's once again we called upon the cartoon guy. Cartoon. Hey, did you say cartoon? Wait a minute, what happened to your hat? Oh yeah, about that. This is why you can't have nice things. Sorry, it wasn't my fault. It was a one-eyed cat with a bushy tail that caused me to lose my hat. What, you mean this lovely bundle of fluff? No, that's the one. Don't let it come near me. She can't be trusted. Yeah, okay. Come on, Samira, it's time to feed you anyway. What weirdo. I've got a bad feeling about that cat. Now, where was I? Oh yeah, what do you get if you take the world of the future and combine it with Greek mythology?
Naked grandma! Naked, huh?
You get the cult classic cartoon known as Ulysses 31. And Sai just happens to know one fantastic subscriber that loves this amazing cartoon. So let's get started. All the way back in the early 80s, the world of entertainment was drastically changing, thanks to the release of cult classic films and cartoons, such as Astro Boy, The Mysterious Cities of Gold, and the legendary Star Wars. Each of these has some great stories to be told, delving into the realms of science fiction as well as fantasy. Now, telling stories has been part of history ever since the dawn of man, and some of these tales of wonder come from the worlds of legends and mythology, in particular that of ancient Greece.
Nice.
With such fables as Clash of the Titans, the 12 Labours of Hercules, and a tragic tale of King Midas, there is one ancient Greek tale that would inspire a classic cartoon of the 80s. This would be the Odyssey, that tells the story of Odysseus and his adventures after helping to win the Trojan War.
Let's go, let's go! This needs to be done yesterday.
Now, Odysseus and his army weren't quite done with the city of Troy.
We ain't finished.
They decided to not only enslave the women and children of the defeated city, but also desecrate the temples, which of course invoked the wrath of the gods.
Ow!
And as punishment for this transgression against the gods, Ulysses spent 10 years trying to get home to his wife Penelope, while dealing with the evil forces of the gods. This story of fantasy would be the building blocks for Ulysses 31, which even now is a joy to watch. Ulysses 31 was the brainchild of Jean Jalopin and Nina Woolmark. They wanted to take the Greek tale of the Odyssey and give it a futuristic setting for the Star Wars generation. And of course, earlier versions of the titular characters look drastically different compared to the look that viewers are familiar with. Even the starship known as the Odyssey started life as a simple circle, before being modified and introducing that central eye, and from there, Ulysses 31 hit the airwaves for viewers to enjoy. The story of Ulysses 31 begins in the 31st century, where Ulysses, his crew as well as his son Telemachus, and a lovable robot known as Nono prepare for the long journey back to Earth. Shortly after their departure into the dark depths of space, Telemachus is abducted by a strange ball of energy and taken to the planet below. He finds himself imprisoned alongside a young alien girl called Yumi and her older brother Numenor. The trio are to be sacrificed to the Cyclops by the aliens who want to be granted the godlike power of this strange and bizarre entity. Luckily, Ulysses and his crew and the ever faithful Nono arrive on the planet on a rescue mission. What follows is an epic battle, with the crew taking on the aliens and Ulysses defeating the Cyclops, while rescuing Telemachus, Yumi and Numenor. However, this act of defiance angers the gods of Olympus, especially Poseidon, so Zeus decides to curse the crew of the Odyssey and transport the starship to the realm of Olympus. With all the crew apart from Ulysses and the children, as well as the robot Nono, being put into a deep slumber, Zeus hurls the Odyssey deep into space. And from there, Ulysses must wander the stars in search of the kingdom of Hades and possibly a way back to Earth. When each episode began, that fantastic soundtrack would play, allowing viewers to know that they were in for a treat. With 26 episodes full of adventure, viewers got to experience the trials and tribulations that Ulysses would go through while exploring the unknown depths of Olympus. And in this vast expanse of space, many different creatures would be found that would test the laser sword wielding hero. There was even an episode where Ulysses travelled back in time and met the original Ulysses, which at the time was quite a fun idea. Now, Ulysses 31 originally aired in France before hitting the shores of Japan, the UK and the United States a few years later. However, with other cartoons such as Thundercats and Visionaries, Ulysses 31 found itself competing for the limelight. And of course, in keeping with the cartoons of the 80s, a toy line would soon follow with many different versions of our heroes. Some of these were fantastic and some were good, while others were a little bit questionable, but as time progressed, the nostalgia for Ulysses 31 came flooding back. Collectibles started to appear that stayed faithful to the cartoon, and eventually Ulysses 31 would be released on DVD. In fact, the complete DVD box set is a bit of a rarity these days, but if viewers love watching heroes defeat space monsters, it's well worth the investment. Overall, Ulysses 31 is a great cartoon to watch, captivating viewers with its main plot, as well as updating some mythical tales from Greek mythology. Now, maybe in time, Ulysses 31 will get a reboot of sorts, very much like Thundercats. However, the trials set by the gods of Olympus could have a more dramatic effect on the crew, as well as having Ulysses explore the very fabric of space of time. Either way, viewers young and old would enjoy Ulysses 31, taking them back to that moment in time when they first encountered this adventure set in the 31st century. Right, cartoon guy, I've decided that you're going to have your own videos from this point on, talking about some of the great cartoons of the past. Wait, what, really, Si? Do you mean it? Yes, I do, and I'm sure you'll find plenty of cartoons to talk about. Trust me, there are loads, such as Jason the World Warriors, Ren and Stimpy, and the fantastic Mask. I love Mask, it's got such a great theme song. Yeah, you're not wrong there at all. Anyway, Si, I'll be seeing you. Yep, see you, cartoon guy. Anyway, come back next time where I'll be celebrating my 100th video with gaming memories. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next game.